What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video we're talking Irish rugby captain Johnny Sexton as he hints at retiring before the 2023 Rugby World Cup. Now obviously there's been a lot of talk of Johnny Sexton in the media as to whether or not, one, he should be leading the team, two, whether he should be actually starting, age, all that stuff. Me personally, if you've been watching me for a while, I've always rated Johnny Sexton highly. I think the experience that he brings to the Irish squad is inspirational, it is motivational for the team, it brings an opportunity from a leadership point of view. I mean, when Ireland were not looking too great, when he wasn't playing, obviously out with his concussion, he was still involved in the mix, still inspiring these guys. And obviously with Johnny at the helm, and he's been there in Ireland's good times and their bad times, obviously he needs to start questioning one, his age. He's had 96 caps for Ireland, which is absolutely phenomenal, 4 away from 100, which is remarkable. 3 Six Nations title, but unfortunately for Johnny, his injury and lack of form has hindered him kind of recently. So it's that's hence why he's in the media. And unfortunately with the media, it sometimes gets a little bit negative, especially when Ireland haven't been playing the quality of rugby that we all know they can. Back in 2018, Ireland dominated. Now, 3 years later, we're questioning or what's going on. What's the change? Should we fire the coach? Should we make changes within the squad? Is it leadership? Is it Johnny Sexton? Is it Conor Murray? What can Ireland do to bounce back and be that Irish force that we all know that they can be? Bringing up coach Andy Farrell. Johnny Sexton backs him. He says he believes that Andy Farrell's coaching team has done a fantastic job, and he's convinced the team will reap long-term benefits following the worst start to a Six Nations campaign. Now that's obviously not very motivational. It's the worst start to a Six Nations campaign. A defeat to tournament favourites France on February 14th ended the hopes of Ireland winning the 2021 Six Nations. And that's just 2 games into the championship. Whereas last year this time, I pretty much thought Ireland could win the championship. But the quality of rugby fell short of international standard at the point. I mean, 15-13, just, when they've had opportunities, or they couldn't even create opportunities. Let me correct that. When you knock a ball on, you're losing opportunities, so you couldn't create, move forward. I found it frustrating when at times they get close to the try line, they just can't capitalize. And those are the types of things that they need to work on if they're wanting any opportunity at winning a cup. And I mean, the 35-year-old Johnny Sexton, for me, could still inspire. Look, it's 2021. It's 2 years away from the Rugby World Cup. Well, 2.5, let's say, because we're only in February. But it's an opportunity for him to still go there as an advisor, a supervisor. Look at the impact Dan Carter has had on teams over the world. Now, obviously, Dan Carter, one of the world's greatest fly half in world rugby, bar none. 35-year-old. He's just retired, and he's retired at a quality age. Sexton is still playing international rugby, and I think personally he's doing a good job. Injury has stuffed him around in poor form, but if he bounces back, he's got the opportunity to continue. And I think what Sexton also wants, I mean, look at Alan Wynne-Jones, another player of age who a lot of people say should be retired as well. But these guys just get back to their mindset. That to me is such an important factor from a coaching point of view. Is if Andy Farrell can't seem to twist this team around and get them motivated, if they don't destroy Italy this weekend, or somehow get some positive results towards the end of this tournament, for me personally, Andy Farrell should be fired. Should we blame Johnny Sexton? I don't think so, because in that first game he wasn't all too poor, and it was Billy Burns who took the headlines that day, and Billy Burns is supposed to be the future with a few others that are around the corner. So aren't we too harsh on Sexton maybe, or should we give him another go? Or is he indeed just too old to coach or to to play? Should he get into a coaching kind of role like a Ronan O'Gara did or does? So, there's opportunity. If Sexton can just lead, and if he can work with his scrum off, whether it's Conor Murray or the others, then he can definitely last. I don't see him personally retiring. I don't think he will. I think he's going to go as long as he can, and if obviously not selected or if the injury lingers around him before the 2023 Rugby World Cup, then probably he will retire. But I hope for the sake of him, he bounces back. I mean, Ireland have faced so many injuries. You got Doris, Jacob Stockdale, sidelined from the start of the tournament. Vice captain James Ryan and scrum off Conor Murray missed out due to injury. Peter O'Mahony suspended with his red card. I mean, those alone are phenomenally talented players that were missing from the Irish camp. So, and that alone, these guys still played, and Ireland weren't as good as what they were. So again, I'm questioning Andy Farrell rather than questioning these phenomenal players, because a coach's job should be able to motivate these guys to play quality rugby. And if you can't do that, then he shouldn't be in this position. So for me, someone needs to get through to these Irish chaps who are phenomenal. Peter O'Mahony, James Ryan, Jacob Stockdale, Conor Murray, Doris. Phenomenal talent. I think they just need a good pep talk and they'll bounce back. But as for Johnny Sexton, I could see him in the World Cup. I really could. But obviously I understand these types of things become questionable in a Rugby World Cup. But I wouldn't be surprised if Johnny Sexton bounces back and surprises the world and silences the critics and does a phenomenal job. Go on, Johnny. You got my support, mate. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys real soon for another one. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.